Thank you. Good morning. A lot of frogs here that are alive still, right? I'm glad. Well, if you are frogs, and believe me, I've been in a lot of countries, this is perhaps the biggest pound that I ever have seen in my life. And I see a lot of beautiful frogs. Hopefully, you will turn into princes, engineers, teachers, and so forth, right? Today, like my colleague, Mr. Mitchell, was saying, I have the opportunity to present to you a little bit of a concept that I know that a lot of people have been hearing about it, and I don't know how familiar you are with the term. Basically, I'm going to be talking about the cloud, right? I just wanted to make a comment about something. I believe that everybody here has a smartphone, correct? Do you know that the smartphone that you have today has 5 times or more power than the computers that were used by NASA when they happens to go to the moon in 1979? Do you know that? How many of you today spend probably 80% of your time, instead of going to the office, doing a lot of type of emailing, WhatsApp, texting, even telephone conference? I would probably believe that most of you, right? And that is not going to stop it. The reason why this concept of mobility, and I'm a little bit of an old timer. I have been in 3 waves of the different technologies. We're talking about the first platform, the mainframe. I was there in IBM when mainframe was something that was really important. Then we start to talk about the client server, right? And today we're talking about 2.5, which is the new version of the cloud, which is mostly doing a lot of things about mobility, but then we're moving into the next 10 years or so into the 3rd platform. And now you guys are probably hearing a lot of what is saying about the Internet of Things, right? So guess what's going to happen? Today, most companies that they believe that their technology is only restricted to major corporations, that's no longer true. You're going to be able to explode and to use all the new technologies that you have available for a fair price, and you're going to become more flexible. You're going to be able to be more secure and agile to address any of your problems and your businesses. Basically, as you notice, we have been facing a lot of times when we have been running our business, it was about time, long time projection, long planning, and usually we feel comfortable in having a 3-year or 5-year plan in which we were trying to measure success of how efficient we were by putting that plan into that time. However, today, we don't have that luxury anymore. I've been trying to listen a lot to many of you keynote speakers, great speech, by the way, about being entrepreneurs. And that is what you guys, right now, all of you are an entrepreneur, regardless if you work for a company or in a personal matter. Your kids are also entrepreneurs. Do you notice that most of the great ideas and the billionaires that we have today, they are coming from people that are less than 27 years old? Companies like WhatsApp, Google, and all those companies that they rely on this type of cloud technologies are coming from many young people. And then we have to, like you were saying, we need to make sure that we are pointing them into the right direction. All the companies today that they are leveraging technology, they are good because they're doing one thing. They are leveraging knowledge, information. They take all the data from the social media, from the things that are happening. I'm going to give you an idea. General Electric is putting devices into every piece of hardware they develop to collect data, and so now they know how did their products fail. So considering that point, they are one of the companies that are reaching what is called Six Sigma better than nobody else. They're going beyond Six Sigma. They are probably in some cases, like in the airline industry, they are 9 Sigma. Because they are capable of looking into that data and transforming it into better products. We're looking to Amazon. How many of you probably have, you use social media like Facebook? Do you notice that every time that you probably log into Amazon, you see in the banners what was the last product that you purchased from any other site? Do you think that it happens because Jesus is magic? No, technology. Cloud is behind that. And guess what? You have the opportunity and you have the capacity to use that technology today. Why? Because today, remember that I was saying before, Cloud 2.5, we're talking about hybrid cloud. And the hybrid cloud, as you see, many people from Gartner, IDC, and I wanted you guys to see the dates that I'm using today. I'm talking about 2014, and I'm talking about 2015. I'm not talking about 2020. This is happening today. Many companies that are basically starting from scratch are beginning to use these technologies. However, if you were companies that were already established and you have a model that it has been, you feel that you probably are old, that you cannot be able to migrate, that is not true. Today, thanks to these technologies, because it's flexible, because it has scalability and it's open, you can get to that goal faster than ever for a lower cost. Because remember, we have to learn from the people who are buying these businesses, who are people who are getting this technology. And one of the things that they wanted to see from us is, I want to pay on demand. Look at this. You know these companies, I'm going to show you an example because I also want you to see some use cases. Because a lot of times you think, no, I'm too big for that. Or no, I am too small for that. This kind of solution fits all sizes. It meets all requirements. Today, as we see how information and how these technologies are taking place, I'm going to ask you a question. You, as a country that is proud, that I feel that is one of the most beautiful islands that I have been seeing, and you people are so energetic when it comes to learn to new things. Have you noticed that in every country that we have education, universities, we are training our people to resolve all problems, and when they get into the jobs, into the real market, anything that they learn is already outdated? Have you noticed that? Guess what? Something that we have to start to do and work collectively is we need to start to produce information and use it as a repository of information so we can all learn and become more productive, right? I'm going to give you my company, and I just wanted to correct a little bit something. We are the largest storage company in the world. Recently, we were acquired by Dell with the largest IT transaction ever to take place in the history of the market, $67 billion. I was sleeping in my house, and suddenly I'm working from another company. This is the way of the world. Everything is changing. But something that we have learned, and this is what we contribute to the world, is, for instance, MIT and UCLA and companies that Yale, Oxford universities, Yale, this is what we're doing for them. We are writing to them the new curriculum for data science. Because how many data science do we have today in the world? We need to deal with data in a different way. So I just wanted to put that. You have to look into the old information that you have today, and you have to start to plan into the future. Because as Mr. London said, Dr. London said, you need to think internally. Think globally, but act internally, right? Because remember, today, anything that you do, it could affect. You're in a position, thanks to the cloud, that you can do more for the world. You can be entrepreneurs. You can start chasing. You can start to create something. I remember somebody saying something very important. Creating something new doesn't mean that you're not going to take the framework of somebody else have done it. You can improve. OpenStack is part of this new solution that we're talking about, the cloud. And it provides openness. It's totally sourced. It's new codes. You can use cloud and OpenStack in your data center, in another location, and it will provide you operational efficiencies, open platform, all the benefits you're looking. Instead of probably buying new technology that is going to be in a CapEx, you can use this model in an OpEx. I'm going to give you a few flavors of case story because I wanted to share with you what I think is amazing. And it comes to companies that are using this technology. How many of you have heard about Walmart? A lot of times we like Walmart and a lot of times we hate Walmart, right? But it's a good company. They are competing against Amazon. Can you believe that this company, when it comes to the Black Friday, okay, when it comes to the Black Friday, beautiful lady. When it comes to the Black Friday, they're doing 1.5 billion queries in 3 days. That is an amazing workload. They're using petabytes. Do you know that today we're generating more data in a day? We're talking about 8 petabytes of information, more than was created in a century. So these companies are really taking advantage of all of that. We're talking about petabytes of information. They are fighting against another company like Amazon.
So ladies and gentlemen, let me, on behalf of the Division of Finance and Enterprise Development and the Secretary, Mr. Joel Jack, invite Dr. Terence Farrell to address.